Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Dr. Suzanne here. I am standing in front of a fence with ribbons tied around it in the city of London, outside of the main city of London. It's in Southwark. And what is here is Crossbones Graveyard, a site that I have been traveling to London for over 40 years, and never in my life had I ever heard of the Winchester Geese, or that the Bishop of Winchester was allowed and given permission to make money basically off of prostitutes. And what's so ironic about the story is that, well, number one, it's sad. And I'm talking about in the year 1100, like 1150. There's a timeline over here to my right. But what's sad about that is that the women, the sex workers, were not allowed to have a sacred burial. They were buried here in this, what's called Crossbones Graveyard. And this graveyard, interestingly enough, was found when they were building the Jubilee Line. So for those of you who travel to London and have ever been on the Jubilee Line, this graveyard was found when they started finding skeletons. And there's a skeleton here for an image of the skull of a young girl who had stage 3 syphilis. And when you have syphilis, then you can have psychiatric disorders. So she has a hole in her skull, in fact. And it's just kind of sad that when we think about women 1,000 years ago, and trace the history of women. And I'm working on a book, having been here for 40 years and integrating my own life over the last, over the many trips that I've come to London and seeing all these threads come together. So that's what this trip is about, is the psychological history of women and how we've been shaped. Even today, we have sex workers, we have sex trafficking, we have women who disappear, who are murdered because of prostitution. That some things really haven't changed, even though 1,000 years have passed. So I'm here today to share with you about the history here at Crossbones and to introduce my upcoming book called Excavate London, a psychological history of women and how it's shaped us. So that's coming soon. Thanks for watching.